Guys, this is the mac and cheese recipe of the year according to Google. This recipe by Tineke Younger was the most searched for mac and cheese recipe online in 2024, and it's amazing, I'm telling you. So to make this recipe, you will need corkscrew pasta, according to Tineke herself. Go ahead and boil your pasta in just water and salt for just 8 minutes. Do not overcook. Now gather your cheese. I have all the measurements in the description box. You're going to go ahead and grate your cheese. So mozzarella cheese, Colby Jack cheese, and then finally sharp cheddar cheese. I thought it was quite a lot of cheese, but it's awesome. So go ahead and mix all your cheeses in a big bowl, and then once they are nicely combined, go ahead and divide those into 2 halves. You will use them at different stages. Now go ahead and melt butter in a pan. Again, I have all the measurements in the description box. Add half of your seasonings into the butter and mix for about a few seconds. And then you're going to go ahead and add the all-purpose flour. Go ahead and mix that in as well. Make sure there are no lumps. Just cook the flour for a little bit to get rid of that raw taste. Now add your evaporated milk. Mix until it thickens. Yeah, and make sure again that there are no lumps in there. So there's a lot of stirring in this recipe, and do not skip any of it. Just make sure to stir everything in nicely. Once it's thickened like so, add in the heavy whipping cream. I'm telling you, this recipe has quite the ingredients, but the creaminess in the end is just so worth it. Okay, so mix in your heavy cream until it is well combined and thickened, and then add the rest of the seasoning. Mix those in, and then you're gonna add half a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Yes, Tineke said do not miss this step. Okay, mix those in until well thickened, and then go ahead and add your cheese a little at a time, about a handful. So remember, you're using half of the cheese, not the other half. That's for later. So add in a little at a time, mix in and let them melt, and then add more. So that is it for this step. Once all your cheese are mixed in and well melted, you're going to add in your boiled pasta. Look at that, it is so creamy. All right, so now we add in the pasta. Of course, you've drained it well, no water at all, and mix that in. You can already tell that this is going to taste amazing. Yeah, so your pasta should be firm at this point because it's gonna continue cooking in the oven. Look at that. There's a reason this recipe trended in the world, right? Okay, so get a big enough baking tray, pour in half of the pasta, spread it out nicely, and then sprinkle half of the cheese from the second half. And then layer in the second, add in the second layer of pasta, again spread it out like so, and then add the rest of the cheese on top. I know some people may say this is quite a lot of cheese. Actually, I also learned that I've been quite scared to use cheese in my mac and cheese recipes. Anyway, go ahead and bake at 350 F for 20 to 30 minutes. Also, please take a look at my books. I do have lots of good books on Amazon that I am asking you to buy. Okay, now look at the end result. Look at all that sizzling. This recipe is amazing. I mean, the cheese, it's very cheesy, it's very creamy, and I can see why people are so obsessed with it online. Even Gordon Ramsay talks about it. It's really a good recipe. So yeah, just showing you how I served it. It is so creamy, it is so delicious, it is so filling. You can already tell that from all the ingredients that we used. So go ahead and enjoy your mac and cheese recipe. And if you want to read more about the article that talks about the ranking of this recipe, go ahead and check out my blog post, which is linked in this recipe. Otherwise, this is the end of the video, basically. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that is it for today. I will see you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.